Hello and welcome to this informational presentation on Spot UV Varnish. Spot UV Varnish is a type of embellishment that can be added to any print surface. This is done through the use of a clear polymer coating which gets layered on top of the print, giving a highlight to a specific area. This process is done through the use of UV light, which creates a great glossy contrast between different textures. UV Varnish has two distinct methods. The first is the traditional approach, which consists of coating a mesh screen with photographic film, which is then exposed to UV coating for 2 minutes. The machine detects any area that doesn't have a black layer and applies this light. After the screen is washed off, it is mounted to be combined with the liquid polymer. Then, the sheets go through a series of drying processes to finish the job. The modern method of UV varnish is far more simplified, where the designer provides two different files which indicate which parts will or won't be varnished. The UV printer will detect the spots to apply the effect to, based on elements such as the darkness of the image, as it reacts to the color black. The process being done through a singular machine ensures digital accuracy as opposed to the traditional method. The machine will then finish by curing the product with UV light before being trimmed and delivered. Spot UV Varnish provides a list of potentials, such as how it can be printed on any paperweight thicker than 80 GSM, that it can be affordable even for mass producing, and that it dries fast with no loss in color saturation. There are a few limitations, however, such as how small amounts of varnish are hard to recognize due to the subtlety of the effect, how there are no tinting options available, and how it cannot gloss on solid areas near the edge as it can cause flaking in the finished product. UV varnish has many environmental benefits, such as how it doesn't emit any harmful gases, how it uses less energy as opposed to other methods, and that the coating is less flammable than other solvent-based materials. The modern method is classified as having no hazardous substances and is therefore safe for the staff working. Products that include varnish can also be recycled just like normal paper. Here are some of the pre-press file requirements. The document must only contain vectors. An ordinary print and UV spot file are both necessary. All areas which will be coated must be in black. JPEGs are preferred, and a PPI of 300 is recommended. 4 files are required for a double-sided document. Due to there being 2 files per print, 4 files are required for a double-sided document. Here's what to avoid: having lines thinner than 1 mm, or reverse lines thinner than 2 mm. Be sure to keep creases or cuts at least 2 mm away from UV elements. Also, don't forget to consult your local printers for specific requirements. As seen here, the first design example is of a pamphlet design, where the UV process is used on the center logo of the design to create a strong visual contrast. Black was used as a background color due to the process working better on darker colors to create a shiny metallic effect. Due to this being used on an A4 pamphlet, the central point was chosen to be the highlighted area in the design.
My design for Melbourne Writers Festival is a notebook using the theme of 2018 festival, A Matter of Life and Death. So Spot UV Varnish, beside creating a black-on-black effect, can also be applied on colored areas to create different textures and emphasize on the main parts of the design. It makes the design more interesting as well. It is better to apply on big areas, bigger than 2 mm for lines, and 1 mm for dense graphic elements for better visual effect. The notebook can be purchased with other merchandise during the festival. It can be used as a journal, sketchbook with paper weighting 110 GSM.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new about UV varnish.